Good morning, everybody. Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood Tai Chi Deb, Eric Randolph, once again. And what I'm doing this morning for this episode is I'm actually extending and video recording about the blog that I created on daoapplied.blogspot.com talking about Tai Chi knee problems. I'm going to really show you like where's the problem in the knees and stuff like that, and how you're supposed to do it. It's one thing for someone to talk about it and say this is how you fix a problem, but it's another thing, and you read about it, it's another thing for someone to actually show you how it is. So I'm going to get back here and talk to you, and hopefully I can make my voice loud enough so you can hear what I'm saying, and so you can see what I'm doing. And that way, if you have knee problems, you can do what I'm talking about, and you can see it for yourself that it is real, and that it will correct what you need to have done, okay? Alright, so I'm going to step back real quick. I'm going to shift the camera a little bit down to my bottom half, and I'm going to talk to you, so you're not going to see my top half. And hopefully this will come off the way I needed to come off so that you guys can understand it clearly, okay? And if it doesn't come off clearly the way that I hope you guys get to see it, just send me an email, or you can, if not send me an email, send me a text in the blogspot comment and let me know what you didn't get about it, okay? All right, so here I go. I'm about to shift the camera to see. I'll see what I can do. So. Okay. Shift this out of the way. Okay. Needs to be down a little bit further more. Hold on. Alright. Very good. Okay. Now, when you're doing Tai Chi, most people think that you actually have to have your knees bent all the way down here like so. And that's okay if you know how to do it, right? Now, this is a major problem that most people take, right? Where they have the problem is, and I'm going to take off my jacket so you can see what's really going on. What happens is most people believe that when you're doing a Tai Chi form, that this part, when your knees are bent, this part of your back is straight, so you kind of look like this, you know, but that's not true. You need to take the S shape out of the small of the back, and how you do that is by the natural curvature, taking the curvature out of the spine. So when you take the curvature out of the spine, it shifts the knees back behind your toes. This is extremely important because if your knees are going over your toes, like so, you're breaking the alignment, and it's causing, oh, come on in, G. And you're breaking the alignment in your legs, which is going to cause stress in your knees. So you need to have the S shape taken out of the back just slightly, not huge, not like this, no. But you need to take it out of your back slightly. Matter of fact, I'll come down here a little bit further, as you can see. Just slightly, so it causes the arms to relax and curvature up. But it also keeps the knees behind the toes. You also want to open it up slightly, not big, because that causes stress on the outside of the legs. And on the inside of the knee right here, around in this joint right here of the knee. You just want enough, just enough so that the body gets used to being aligned up with the big toe. And so there you go. And that's it, nothing further than that. Now, the other part of it is that even when you step, let's say I'm down here, right? See, I'm down here. When I go to step with my Tai Chi, you want to make sure that this stays behind the toe, and then comes up and then steps out. Your knee should never go beyond the toe. That's terrible. I don't care if you're in transition. I don't care if your teacher does it that way. That is not proper stance. That's not proper stance. Now granted, can you use it? Yeah, you can use anything you want. But the reality of it is that in the long run, your knee's going to get bad. Because that's not a good alignment at all. At all. Your knee should never go beyond your toes. I don't care where you're at in the movement. So you want to keep your knee behind. You want to keep the small of the back just slightly where the S shape is outside of it, and you want to use that to make the transition. The waist is constantly guiding everything, literally everything. See here, waist, 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 step. Even here, even if I have to make a small step, waist, slow step, waist. And then, there is never a time when my knee is not aligned with the big toe, and it is definitely never, ever flowing over the toe. You also don't want it to break like that. That's terrible too. You can feel it. You can feel it stretch the tendon. Some people have long tendons, so they don't really feel it that much in the beginning. And when you're young, you do whatever you want to do when you're younger. But when you get older, that's when you can really feel it. That tendon really stretched out, and that tendon not being a part of the muscular aspect within the knee. And so therefore your knees are tore up. They're tore up, you end up not having arthritis in your knees, and you end up blaming it on Tai Chi. It's not Tai Chi, it's just that you do bad Tai Chi. Not that Tai Chi is bad for the knees or doesn't address the knees, it just means you do bad Tai Chi, you know. But also, it doesn't have to be this deep. If you're older, if you're an older person, your knees can just be natural. And you can turn. See, same thing. And I only turn as much as I need. But once again, the rules still hold. The knee cannot go over the toes. The knees go over the toes. You're talking about damaging your knees. Doesn't matter if the form is upright or if the form is down low. These principles have to hold because this is proper structure. This is proper bodily structure. Whether I'm doing chin style, whether I'm doing the 45-degree young style, you know, whether I'm doing the feet straight forward Wu style, you know. It doesn't matter what style I'm using. The knees have to stay behind the toes, and they have to stay along the line with the big toe, in order so that when the body gets pressure on it, and the gravity is pulling upon the body, which it constantly is doing that, the stress doesn't align up in the knees, and it doesn't align up in the body at all. That's what the whole posture is for. The whole posture is to make sure that the body does not receive stress and it does not damage itself because of its daily activities. Okay? So I hope everybody got that aspect of it. You know, the knee has to stay behind the toe, and it has to stay aligned with the big toe, whether you're in deep stance or whether you're in a more upright stance or the most upright stance. It should not matter. And when you go to do your transitions, the knee still stays at that alignment. It cannot break, or you will damage your knees. I don't care who you are. While you're younger, you feel like you're younger and you're like, oh man, this is great. I can do this stretch, I can do that stretch. But the reason why you can't do that kind of stretch when you get older, when the knees are broken from the alignment, is because of the factor is that you're doing bad alignment. Not because of the factor that Tai Chi is not good for your knees. Okay? So if you can humble yourself today with what you're listening to today, do as I've asked of you for yourself so that you can actually do better Tai Chi, but also so you don't hurt yourself as a person. It is not necessary for you to hurt yourself and to damage yourself just so that you can look like your teacher or you can do a greater lower down stance. If you're going to, you can do a greater lower down stance, but you have to do it correctly, and you have to continuously do it correctly throughout the whole form. Or you're talking about damaging your body, and that's just ridiculous. Why have ego and go, well, this is the way we've been doing this for years, and mess up your knees and watch people mess up their knees in the long run, and allow your ego to run away with you like that. You know, just do it correctly. You know what I'm saying? And just because you look like your teacher in alignment does not mean you're doing your teacher's alignment. 9 times out of 10, if you're getting hurt when you do the alignment and your teacher's doing something that looks the same as what you're doing, then you are not doing the same alignment, and you need to address your teacher and let your teacher know about it immediately. I hope this was very helpful for everybody. I'm going to put this up in DaoAppliedBlogspot.com very soon, probably today. And hopefully you guys get it. And if you don't, please leave me comments or send me an email like usual. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.